Hey guys, Tony here from Dive Zone Tauranga. Over the next few months, we want to do a Let's Talk series. We want to highlight some of the different pieces of equipment that you get here in the dive shop and some of the reasons why you'd choose one piece of equipment over another. So the first series we're going to do this month is Let's Talk Wetsuits. Alright, so your wetsuit is one of your most important pieces of equipment. A nice fitting wetsuit will keep you super warm while you're diving, means you're going to be a lot more enjoyable, you can stay in the water for longer. Okay, so there are some reasons why you choose one type of wetsuit over another. It's going to depend on the type of diving you do, so we're going to delve into all that for you. So first thing we're going to talk about is open sail versus closed sail wetsuit. So let's go and check out a couple of different options over here, eh? Okay, so first up we're going to talk about closed sail wetsuits. So these are your traditional scuba suits, like the ones up here on the wall. What you'll see is that they have a lining inside on the inside of the neoprene. What happens is the water gets into that lining and uses our body heat from it when we're moving around. That our body heat heats that water up, which keeps us warm underwater. Okay, so when you're buying a closed sail wetsuit, what you want to look at is good seals on the wrist, the ankles, and the neck, because that's going to stop that water from flushing in and out. Because if you're flushing water constantly in and out of you, then you're not getting the opportunity to warm up and keep warm. So that's how a closed sail wetsuit works. It's the water gets trapped in that lining, which our body heat then warms up, which keeps us warm underwater. As opposed to our open sail suits here. So these are our spearfishing or freediving suits. An open sail suit has raw neoprene on the inside. It doesn't have that lining on it. So what happens with an open sail suit is that it seals against our skin and creates a barrier between us and the water. Because when we're freediving, we want to conserve our energy and we don't want to be using energy to heat the water, and we're not moving around so much, so we're not creating that heat. So we use a suit that seals us between us and the water, which then helps us keep warm. And obviously because we're on the surface and then we're ducking down and coming back up again, that helps to keep us warm as well. The downside with these suits is because of the neoprene inside here is crushed a little bit more than the closed sail suits. The bubbles inside it are not so big, so therefore these compress a lot more at depth. So while we feel that they're nice and warm at the beginning of a dive, if we are scuba diving in these at depth, they will compress a lot more and therefore you will start to feel the cold. Are only going to have one suit, then go for an open sail suit because it's quite difficult to freedive in a scuba suit because they're more buoyant. However, with the open sail freediving suit, you will find that it won't last as long when you're scuba diving in it, because we talked about that compression at depth. That will happen sooner. So that's just something to consider. Tune in for our next episode on wetsuit. Let's talk wetsuits, and we're going to talk a little bit more about scuba suits and some of the different features on those. See you next time.